Thank you guys so much for watching and continuing to support me. So I did a Twitter poll on my Twitter at AlexK_Virgo or Virgo Alex K, depending on how you look it up. And everyone wanted messages, just mini messages and readings for the signs for this upcoming week. So it's October 18th right now, my time. So that's October 19th through the 25th coming forward. And kind of just what to expect for the week. So we already did air signs, fire signs, and they're all up on my YouTube. Let me just double check, because they're all like the same thing. So they're on my YouTube, which is the same as my Twitter, AlexK_Virgo, or also Virgo Visions. You can also subscribe to my Patreon. They're up there on my Patreon as well. My Patreon is $2 a month. So you get this content plus like way more in-depth readings. I do a reading, very similar to this, where I just go way, way more in depth, and that was for all of Libra signs. I have a pick a card reading for, love messages for October as well, and then I also have a tier with $5 a month, and that actually allows you to get a 10-minute voice message personalized reading, and that's actually a $10 value in and of itself for my personalized readings that I do offer. So I do offer personal readings on my Twitter, if that's something that you're interested in, you want to check out. It is DM to book. It's all on my pinned tweet, and that information is also on my Patreon. If you do subscribe, you can message me and you can book additional readings that way. And I do have a $35 tier, but there's very limited amounts. I think there's only 15 spots available for my $5 tier and 4 spots available for my VIP tier. So because that's 2 personalized readings a month for my VIP tier, as well as all of the content. And I do exclusive live videos for my tiers as well. So do look out for that. It's very interactive. I'm really trying to build a community and trying to give really personalized content. But yeah, so this is weekly messages for earth signs. So we're going to just start with Virgos. I didn't even ask. I'm asking the universe. I'm asking the universe and the divine and my spirits and my guides to, for insight for earth signs, but Virgos this week. So these are kind of shorter and sweeter, but yeah. Let's see, Virgos. It seems to be like most people are going through it. Air and fire signs generally, there's too many cards. Generally, we're like kind of going through it. All right, the sun. That's a really positive card. Okay. This is the second time that I had to redo this. This is the second time I'm doing this video. I had to redo it a couple of times because the audio and like the video just like were not up to quality. Oh, but reverse temperance. Okay. Reversed 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Virgos. So it seems like overall this week is very happy, very joyous. Maybe manifestations are kind of coming forward. But with reverse temperance, I'm also seeing like maybe be careful. Maybe not everything is as it is, or like you might get a little too arrogant, a little too cocky, or just watch yourself, make sure that everything is staying in harmony, equilibrium. This week, reverse 10 of Pentacles and now 8 of Swords. Okay, so I'm seeing that maybe your finances or family life might just be a little imbalanced, okay? Ooh, Devil bottom deck energy. Okay, what a mixed bag this reading is, okay? And then you have 8 of Swords, but then you have 3 of Cups, and then you have reverse 4 of Cups, and then you have Queen of Wands reversed, okay? So with the Devil bottom deck energy, I'm seeing that this is a balancing game for you this week, okay, Virgos? I'm seeing you have this sun, so you have this happiness. Maybe you had a really great weekend, Virgos. I mean, you're carrying that into the beginning of this week, but I'm saying that it's really important that you maintain balance with reverse temperance, okay? Make sure that everything is balanced. Don't procrastinate this week because it's going to come and bite you. With the reverse 10 of Pentacles, I'm seeing that maybe things just aren't satisfying you in the way that you thought they were. With 8 of Swords, I'm seeing maybe you're disappointed with some of the way things have played out for you. You're kind of you're wishing that they would have gone in like a different direction, okay? And that, you know what, that's totally okay. Disappointment is used to it, but I'm seeing with this 10 of Cups though, it's going to be okay, and that's going to be fine. But I'm seeing with the reverse 10 of Pentacles too, it's really important that it's going back to this reverse temperance is like you don't stagnate, okay? Because you're really happy and you're like, wow, I think maybe you're having a lot of success and abundance coming towards you, but I'm thinking maybe don't settle, okay? That's really important, is you need to keep reaching. I think where for the messages for fire signs especially, there was this message of putting down, they got 10 of wands. I think Aries got 10 of wands. There's this message of putting down your burdens, okay, and releasing. I think for you guys, it's really important that actually maybe you pick things up a little bit, okay? Maybe take on some extra responsibilities or step up as a leader. With 8 of swords, though, make sure you're picking and choosing your battles wisely, okay? So this is not a time to back down with the temperance, okay? Don't get comfortable in your stagnation. Definitely time to step up. But with the 8 of swords, you might be feeling a little disappointed. I don't really feel like the 8 of swords is a card of overwhelm. It's definitely more about, it's not feeling overwhelmed, but I think if anything, it's underwhelmed. You're feeling a little lost and a little defeated, okay? And maybe that's just because you recognize that you might be stagnating a little bit, but you don't know how to change that. I also am seeing that maybe you're feeling I think maybe this is like a wave thing. Like you're feeling a little lonely, okay? But with the 3 of cups, I'm seeing like towards the end of the week, you guys are going to be doing a lot better with the reverse 4 of cups. I'm feeling you guys are very bored. You guys are going through these periods of great happiness and you're like feeling very content. So you're a little all over the place. And I think that's what that reverse temperance is speaking to, is maybe you need to find like a better middle ground than having these really great highs and then these like really sad lows, okay? Reverse Queen of Wands too. This is maybe about like there's just like not enough passion, not enough consistent passion, okay? With the Devil, make sure you're not giving into temptations, and maybe that's where that's happening, okay? Maybe like you guys are not recognizing your bad habits. Maybe you're not recognizing maybe you can be really prideful or wrathful, or maybe you guys are overindulging a little bit too much. So be firm in your boundaries and the things that you're doing, okay? But with 3 of cups, that's like celebration and victory and triumph. So I'm saying like maybe you guys will be celebrating with friends, maybe to get over this 8 of swords. So maybe it's like these past things that keep coming up to, pop your little bubble, but don't let that happen, okay? With the reverse 4 of cups, don't get distracted. Don't placate yourself, okay? Be honest with where you are in life, okay? With the reverse Queen of Wands, I'm saying like maybe too, be careful of people not always having your best interest at heart. Maybe there might be a little bit too much gossip going on. Definitely, like with the Sun here, I don't think this is a bad week, you guys. I just think that maybe you're having bad moments within this really great week, okay? But I'm also saying that maybe some people, their expectations for you might be a little bit too much, or maybe their expectations are just not aligning with what you actually want in life, okay? So make sure you're listening to what you want, okay? And maybe that's part of where this feeling of boredom is going, because you're feeling a little tied down and you're not having enough time to actually do what you want to do. In terms of your partnerships, reconciliation, you deserve love, playfulness, getting to know each other. So maybe with this 8 of swords energy, it's because you have maybe people from your past that are coming back, okay? And maybe that Queen of Wands reverse is that people from your past. With Devil, maybe these are tests, okay? You're being tested right now. With playfulness, getting to know each other, you deserve love. This could also be maybe a past life that you're reconciling with, okay? But just make sure that you know that you deserve everything, okay? You deserve nothing but the best, okay? Keep your standards high, okay? With getting to know each other and playfulness, I definitely think this is maybe a time not to be super serious with the connections in your life, or maybe if things have been serious, maybe it's time to step back and just let yourself enjoy them, okay? And that's really hard for Virgos, but listen, Virgos, it's time to step back, okay? So again, just, it's time to, I think really being like a leader is really important for Virgos, okay? All right, let's do Taurus. Okay, messages for Taurus in this upcoming week. Okay, 10 of Pentacles again, reverse 3 of Cups. Quite the opposite. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. And reverse 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so I think you guys have a very specific idea of what happiness looks like to you guys, okay? But with the reverse 3 of Cups, I think too much of that is being influenced by other people around you, or maybe that you're getting distracted from what your 10 of Pentacles is, okay? So 10 of Pentacles is like ultimate fulfillment, happiness, you have this firm foundation, you've tended your crops, and then you're really having this great harvest, okay? But with 4 of Pentacles, I think you guys are clinging on too much, I think, of what other people think of you, and maybe things that really just don't serve you in the way that you think that they are, okay? You do have Ace of Wands, though, so I do think maybe there are positive things that are kind of coming forward for you, which is really great. I love that. Yeah, and I'm also seeing that family is definitely going to be a great, like, maybe your family is really going to be helping you, but with the reverse 3 of Cups, maybe that comes with, like, certain expectations that maybe you don't really want to fulfill. Bottom deck energy is the Four of Cups. Okay, so the Four of Cups is all about, you know, you're kind of bored, disappointment, you know, you're a little disconnected from the world. Okay, you're a little you don't really like the direction maybe things are going. With Three of Cups, again, this is like overindulgence. Four of Pentacles, I really think you guys are clinging onto things that really don't serve you. Ace of Wands, there's this passion, there's this like energy that's trying to come towards you, positive energy, and that's going to be shifting for the Nine of Pentacles. So I really think that maybe towards the end of the week it's going to be a little bit better. You guys have the upright Queen of Wands, but that's followed by the reverse Two of Cups. So maybe this Queen of Wands person, who's this passionate person, might be causing a little bit of disconnect, of like harmony, unrequited love. Okay, so you guys might be trying to make a love offer, receiving a love offer, or just like offers from people in general that maybe they're just not what you're looking for, what you really want right now. So maybe you need to rethink the expectations that maybe you have on people, but also for yourself. Heart-to-heart conversations, exactly. Tell people what you want. People can't read your mind, Taurus. Okay. With the Nine of Pentacles, you guys are accomplishing things, especially with this Ten of Pentacles. You guys are going places. You guys are. But I think you guys, with this reverse Four of Pentacles, are clinging so tightly to things that are not great for you or serving you, or really are not taking you into that direction you think they are. Okay. With this Queen of Wands, maybe this is a need for you, because Queen of Wands, you know, she's not afraid to burn things to the ground to, you know, keep herself warm. Okay, this is a very loving, this is a very compassionate person. Okay, but fire is all about, you know, duality. Okay, you know, like forest fires. Okay, well, right now there's like unnecessary forest fires because of climate change, but there's like seeds and things like trees and stuff that can't, you know, grow without those forest fires, you know, taking away things that don't serve you. And I think with the reverse Two of Cups, you know, I think there's a huge message for, you know, so far for earth signs about keeping things in balance, and not stagnating, not placating keeps coming up. I feel like maybe you guys are kind of just doing things because you know that they work. You guys are really keeping up the status quo. And I really think with the reverse Three of Cups, I think you guys are really, and Taurus, you're really in this energy of doing things for others right now. But what are you doing for yourself? How is that actually serving you? And I think you're fine with it because, like Four of Pentacles, this has made you happy in the past, but this is not going to complete you. And I think you guys are noticing with the Ace of Wands and this Nine of Pentacles that something needs to change, okay? Especially with this Four of Cups. There's this deeper boredom at play, and you're kind of starting to understand why. So I think maybe you need to really put yourself out there towards the end of the week, and I see that happening. And maybe extend yourself to this Queen of Wands, or embrace that passionate energy. Maybe be a little bit more exciting and take a little bit more risks towards the end of the week. Maybe if there's an offer for something like maybe like a promotion, or just like going out with your friends, or something kind of unexpected that you would normally maybe turn down, or you really wouldn't like consider, maybe open yourself up to that opportunity, or maybe really think deeper about why it is you don't want to do that. Is it because you're afraid? But again, I do see that maybe, you know, your emotional connections, you might be a little bit disrupted towards the end of the week, especially with maybe I'm thinking with like love life too. Maybe there might be more fights, maybe because maybe some of you are realizing that those relationships just like are not what you're looking for. Okay. But I really think there's this idea of balance. And for where Virgo, it was like you guys they were more like, it was like past coming up. I really think this is like your present is more unsatisfying. Okay. So for you, Tauruses, it's the present, okay? That is not as satisfying as you want, and figure out what that is, okay? But I think overall, it's going to be a pretty positive week with that Ace of Wands. That's really good, positive energy, okay? But figure out what garden it is that you really want to be tending to. Okay, messages for Capricorn for this upcoming week. Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. Reverse Page of Pentacles. Okay. You guys are figuring out, you guys might be getting disappointing news that you guys were really hoping was going to come forward. Or maybe someone is rejecting your offers. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Things just are not balanced. Maybe in your work or career, academics. Reverse Four of Wands. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Too many cards. Too many cards. Okay, Capricorns. Old ways. The scales have tipped, Capricorns, this week. I think maybe you guys also got rejected from something, which I'm sorry. That's a really tough energy. Reverse King of Wands, and reverse King of Swords. Okay. But then the Chariot. Okay. So you guys are moving, I think, in a positive direction. I think it's really hard to realize that now. But I think maybe you guys were rejected, or maybe you guys failed. Like something just like did not go your way. Ace of Wands though is overall abundance. So maybe like maybe like emotion, maybe your passion, your excitement, your creativity has been through the roof. But maybe you guys are hitting like a creative wall. Okay. Forgiving and learning, retreat, playfulness. Yeah, I really do see like maybe people are really walking away to Capricorns, very similar to the Taurus message. Reverse Page of Pentacles. There's like this, like the pages are all about, you know, news and coming forward, but when it's reversed like this, yeah, I think you guys might be ignoring kind of, you know, life and kind of reality. But with the reverse Two of Pentacles, that's really kind of like biting up. So maybe kind of bite your ass. With the Ace of Wands, I think maybe you guys had this like overwhelming creativity. Maybe you guys were a little reckless, and maybe that's kind of, you know, catching up to you this week. With the Four of Wands, yeah, I think the way you guys have been doing things just like has not been sustainable. With the bottom deck energy of the reverse Eight of Pentacles, I think you guys, there's just like a lot of effort that you guys still need to give to people. And I think a lot of it is the fact that it seems like you guys have been a backseat driver to your own life, okay? With the reverse King of Wands and the reverse King of Swords, these could be, you know, really controlling people that are in your life. You know, maybe there's like this King of Wands person, like a really aggressive person in your life. King of Swords, this really apathetic person in your life. Or maybe this is how you've been viewing your own life. Like maybe you've been really harsh and aggressive to other people and about yourself. Maybe you've been really cutting down other people and maybe cutting down yourself a little bit too much. And I really see that maybe you're really hard at yourself towards the end of the week because you've kind of dug yourself into a hole and you don't really know how to get out of it. But with the Chariot, I see really good, positive, fast forward movement, okay? With forgiving and learning, retreating, and playfulness, I'm seeing like maybe you guys have realized that you guys have kind of messed up. And this week, there is a need to apologize. So make sure you guys are swallowing your pride. You guys are saying you're sorry. Make sure you're retreating from connections that maybe either they need time to cool off, you need time to cool off and walk away, and to figure out what's going to be best for you, or maybe it's just time to walk away from things altogether. But with playfulness, I do think maybe there is a need to bring back, you know, more of a childish energy, more of an innocent energy, kind of like walk away from like that seriousness. But I really see that there's like this really bad imbalance. You guys kind of, it seems like you guys kind of gave up or are going to be giving up this week. Like maybe just things got too overwhelming. Like maybe you guys were pushing things off and now suddenly everything, like maybe if you're in school, you have all of these assignments due at once and it's really biting you in the butt. Okay. With the reverse Four of Wands, again, you know, this is all about, you know, when it's upright, it's all about like stability. It's all about, you know, things like being made. You see this house here being built, but when it's reversed like this, it's kind of, you know, you didn't really put in, and I'm not trying to drag anyone. I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just kind of trying to tell you how it is. And I think maybe like this upcoming week, maybe try to put in when you're seeing this, maybe this is a sign that maybe you just need to start like putting in more effort. And I feel like maybe you've been playing the blame game, okay? Or maybe, I think some of you have been waiting for this Ace of Wands. You've been waiting for this, but maybe you need to start reaching out to people, or maybe sometimes it's just on you to step up. I really see with this reverse King of Wands and reverse King of Swords, it's time to maybe step up and take charge of your life and be in this leadership position, okay? And I think once you do, and either once you walk away from these people who are like maybe like too aggressive or too apathetic, like they're just not great people, and you kind of retreat away from these people and step away from those people, or you step away from that energy that maybe you're bringing to the table, I think things are going to start moving and progressing for you really fast. But I do see like maybe this week is kind of going to be a little bit of a disappointment, and I think maybe it's going to take you for a loop, because maybe you didn't even realize like how bad things were getting, or like maybe you didn't realize, like maybe you really thought like this was going to be a really great week and things were really moving into your favor, and then just like everything just started to collapse. And that's a really you know, terrible feeling. But I think you know, I'm seeing a lack of cups here, so I really think maybe there's a lack of like compassion for yourself, but maybe compassion for others. So maybe it's time to be a little bit more understanding, maybe a little bit more, you know, sympathetic to other people and what they're going through. With the reverse Four of Wands, again, like yeah, again, like there's just so much, like there's still such a long way for you guys to go until you kind of like get into a better place. Like I really don't even see like maybe this being like well, like with the big Chariot, like I'm seeing like this is gonna be really fast change and reversal once you actually start putting in all of this effort necessary, Capricorns. And I think maybe some of you guys are like, well, no, I've been working really hard, but maybe you guys have not been working hard in the areas that you actually need to. Again, so like maybe you guys have just been like really neglecting like maybe your friends, or like you've been really focused on one area of your life. And so a great way to ask yourself is where when you plan your week and you go about your week, where does all your attention and all your focus go to? And then like ask yourself like, well, what areas have I been neglecting then? Like when you look at it that way. Capricorns, like if you use a planner, maybe look at your planner and see like maybe what hasn't been listed there. You know, maybe it's time you need to give more attention to your friends. Maybe it's time you need to give more attention to your love life. But I'm seeing just like a lot of unnecessary conflict or a lot of unnecessary hardship, Capricorn. So I think it's definitely time to realize you definitely have more power over your life than you think that you do. But I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of energy. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week.